Have you ever wondered what would happen if all the oil on Earth just vanished overnight? Not a slow phase out, but poof, it's gone. It's a wild thought experiment, right? But stick with me, because the consequences would be more widespread and bizarre than you could ever imagine. First, the most obvious thing. Transportation would grind to a screeching halt. Cars, trucks, airplanes, and ships would all become giant, useless metal sculptures. The daily commute, gone. Global trade, frozen. That avocado you love from Mexico, it's staying in Mexico. Our cities, designed around the car, would become eerily quiet. People would be stranded. We'd have to rediscover walking, biking, and maybe even horseback riding. The world would suddenly feel enormous again, just like it did centuries ago. But the transportation crisis is just the tip of the iceberg. What most people don't realize is how deeply petroleum is woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Look around you right now. The device you're watching this on probably has plastic components. That plastic, it's made from oil. Your clothes, if they're polyester, nylon, or acrylic. They're oil-based. The chair you're sitting on, the paint on your walls, the pen on your desk all likely contain petroleum derivatives. Without oil, our homes would transform. No more asphalt for our roads. No shingles for many roofs. Say goodbye to countless cleaning products, detergents, and cosmetics. Your shampoo, your toothpaste, even the fertilizer that helps grow our food. So many of these rely on petrochemicals. The modern world is literally built on and wrapped in oil. Then there's the energy crisis. While we're pushing for renewables, a huge chunk of our electricity still comes from oil and natural gas, which is often extracted alongside oil. Blackouts would become the new normal. Hospitals would be in a catastrophic situation, struggling to power life-saving equipment. Heating our homes in winter would become a desperate struggle. We'd have to rely solely on coal, nuclear, hydro, solar, and wind. And the grid just isn't ready for that sudden, massive shift. The economic fallout would be immediate and devastating. The stock market would vaporize. Any company related to oil, transportation, plastics, or manufacturing would collapse. Mass unemployment would be instantaneous. Without trucks to deliver goods, supermarket shelves would empty in days. Panic would set in. Our entire system of global trade and just-in-time delivery would be exposed as incredibly fragile. But humans are resilient. After the initial shock and chaos, we'd be forced to adapt. Innovation would explode out of sheer necessity. We'd have to get really good at recycling, reusing, and repairing everything. Local communities would become paramount. Local farming would be the only way to eat. We'd see a surge in rediscovered old technologies and a frantic push for new ones. We'd have to build a new world from the ground up. This new world would be powered by renewable energy, not because it's a green choice, but because it's the only choice. Our materials would be wood, metal, glass, cotton, and wool. Our cities would be redesigned for pedestrians and cyclists. Life would become intensely local. What's fascinating is that this hypothetical disaster reveals our greatest vulnerability, our dependence on a single, finite resource. It's a wake-up call. While a sudden disappearance is fantasy, a gradual depletion is our reality. The oil-pocalypse forces us to ask a critical question. Are we preparing for a future with less oil? The transition wouldn't be easy. It would be a messy, difficult, and sometimes scary process. But maybe, just maybe, the world that emerges on the other side would be quieter, cleaner, and more connected on a local, human level. We'd have cleaner air, and our relationship with the planet would be fundamentally reset. This thought experiment isn't meant to be a doomsday prophecy. It's a lens to see our world more clearly. It highlights the invisible threads of oil that connect our entire civilization and underscores the urgency of finding sustainable alternatives. It is a reminder that we have the power to choose our future, to slowly and deliberately build the world we'd be forced to create in a crisis, but to do it on our own terms, with foresight and collaboration. What do you think would be the most surprising change in a world without oil? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the what if, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.